How's it going, guys? It's Poetry Stud. Welcome to a brand new series of Hearts of Iron 4. This is a Twitch VOD series. We had the previous one, the Revenge of Montezuma campaign, and that one was very fun, and it got decent feedback, pretty good feedback, I would say, but better than just decent, on YouTube and on Twitch when we were streaming it. So, yeah, just to keep in mind, it is going to be streamed, so it is going to have content focused on, like, you know, talking to the Twitch chat and maybe some breaks that I might forget to cut out. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this, and, you know, if that's not your thing, then, you know, you don't have to watch if that annoys you. But either way, I hope you'll stay, because today we're going to be doing the Poland run that I've been meaning to get around to. And we're going to be doing this on Iron Man, and we're actually going to be going for the secret achievement, which is the, what is his name? It's Bearer of Artillery. Let's go ahead and get the game loading up, but we're also going to go for Poland Can into Space, because that's a classic, and we're also going to be... Hey, Alexis, what's up? So, yeah, so we have Twitch chat open and stuff, and we're going to be doing it all on Iron Man, of course. I wonder which one is actually better for this achievement. But no, actually, you know, I'm actually, no, never mind. I'm 100% sure it's the 36 if you're doing this, the way I'm doing it. All right, so let's go to other countries. Yes, we're going to select the other countries, just all of the other countries. We're going to go ahead and play as Poland. We start non-aligned, authoritarian regime. Cool. Iron Man mode, historical AI focuses. I think we will go with historical AI focuses. You don't have to for Iron Man. I didn't even know that. Regular difficulty. I wonder if you could still do this and actually still get the achievements. I'm not going to do that. We're going to play it how it's meant to be played and stuff. And here we go. All right, let's go and let it load in. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and open up a... we have to name it Poland Stronk. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and start up the game. And I'm going to look up the achievement... requisites while we do that. Alexis asked, how was your day? My day was very good for a day when I have 5 classes. Tuesdays and Thursdays I have 5 classes, and for for a college schedule, that's a lot in one day. High school, that's like no problem, you know. And then it's like you get to college and you're like, 5 classes? How could I ever do this in high school? And that's what pretty much been my reaction to it. Okay, so let's go and look up the Bearer of Artillery achievement. Okay, so okay, so I have it pulled up. Let me just pull it up real quick. Alright, here is the list of achievements, and it is gonna be near the bottom, near the hardest ones. Bearer of Artillery. Let's go look at we have to have an event fire. This is all, so basically it's like an event chain, or just a single flavor event that fires, and so here's the conditions for us getting the achievement. We have to, oh, interesting, there's another event right next to it that's very interesting, but anyways, so Wojtek never drops a crate. I'm not sure if I'm saying that, but it's Wojtek. Wojtek. Wojtek? I don't... That sounds right to me, because I know that, like, W's sound like V's in Polish. I know that much. You know? Okay, the game is loaded in, but let's just take a second and read this achievement, because it is a little bit complex and a little bit... I had to, like, search up where some of these states were, actually just one of them. But, anyways, trigger conditions can fire only once. It's because it's an event. And when the event fires, you get the achievement. So, so it's a little bit weird in that regard. But anyways, can fire only once, is Poland, obviously, is neutral. And I found this very interesting. We actually have to be non-aligned to get this achievement, which makes it a little bit harder. I didn't realize that going into this, but I mean, I realized that before now. We have to have the focus artillery modernization. We're going to look at this whole tree in depth in a second, because I looked at it a little bit. Well, we're going to have to do this, but either way, we're going to keep that in mind. That should be fine. It's probably not the highest of our worries. Is not in a faction with the Soviet Union. Well, okay. At war with Italy, which is interesting, and has divisions in either Latium like Rome, Tuscany up here, and Abruzzo, which is this one, Abruzzo. Yeah, so you have to have divisions in each of those, and then we also have to be the owner of Hamadan, which is here, and also at war with Italy for that requirement too, which is very strange to me. That we have to be in, you have to own, oops, sorry, I was exiting out the window. We have to own a state in Iran, which makes no gosh darn sense to me and is also very strange. But either way, so yeah, basically, I think the way we're going to do this is, so we can't flip to, we cannot, damn, I'm playing a game with some dumb B-word politici. What are you playing, Oscar? Is it like GTA? No, but, so with, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so because of the fact that we can't do the normal strats, we can't go fascist, we can't go communist, we can't even go democratic. And here's the interesting thing: we actually are allowed to join factions, but I don't think we're maybe gonna do that. I don't think it'll help that much, but it could. I don't know. But either way, we're going to be trying to conquer people, even though we're non-aligned. And you may be saying, how in the fudge can you even do that? That's like nonsensical. The whole point is you're not supposed to be able to do that. Well, that is true, except for the fact that with the Polish special tank, special tree, you actually have access to this thing. You gain the National Spirit Polish Revanchism, which grants Justify War Goal Time minus 25%, which is decent, but also Generate War Goal Tension Limit minus 40%, down from the 50% that is the normal prerequisite, I believe. Isn't there a way to look at it? There's a way to look at it, right? You're playing World Warfare, strict for the whole base, so you had to rebuild it. I see. Interesting. Isn't there a way to see what, like what the... I'm not sure. I think I am maybe a little crazy. But anyways, what is our total population? Just curious. 30 million. That's not a lot. So if we go up to 5%, we're only going to have, like 2 million maybe. 2 million troops is not a lot. So anyways, it is 50%. You can see if you try to justify war. Okay, you know what? Okay, that makes sense. So you could see it through that. But I knew it was 50. I believed it. I just couldn't see it there. So, because I'm lazy. But anyways, so, oh, you know what? This actually does give us more population as well, which I kind of figured there would be something that would do that. So yeah, we're definitely going to go this way because we want to do that because, of course we do. And also, we actually have a Baltic Alliance thing we can do. But here's the thing. The other achievement we're going for is Poland Cannon to Space. By the way, we should probably well, okay, so, we should look at this a little more carefully than I might normally do. Because sometimes I kind of rush through this, and as a nation like Poland, we need every advantage we can get. We start off with the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine, which I believe is... I don't like this that much because I don't use war plans very effectively, and sometimes I don't use them at all. So the planning is not super good, but I think it is actually good because this is more of a defense-centered tree. Because, as you see, you got right here, this first one, entrenchment and entrenchment speed. That's pretty good for Poland, at least. This one, defense and organization, which is just, necessary. Breakthrough and soft attack is pretty good. And we can do assault or infiltration. Assault is almost, it looks like maybe a little bit more focused on blitzkrieg type things, breakthrough and speed. That's planning speed, but still, it doesn't look that bad. So I think we're going to try it. We might as well. It does not seem too bad. I think out of these, it seems like I would rather go this side, but we'll figure that out later. Meanwhile, what do we have for air? We actually, the tech trees actually look like they're in pretty good shape to start. Better than Mexico's was, that's for sure. So that's not too bad. And, oh yeah, I completely forgot to look what I was going to look at. So I believe... to get the Poland Cannon to Space thing, we just have to do this, Advanced Rocket Artillery, or something else. Is there a way to look at your achievements, possible achievements, in this game? I don't know, but I know it's something to do with rocket, or maybe it's actually, no, maybe it's rocket engines under engineering. You know what? I think that's what it is. Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot more sense. So that is a 1946 tech, and here's the thing. If we're going to be playing to 1946, all the way to 1946 anyways, I'm thinking we might not want to go with the faction route. Maybe we just want to, maybe, if we can, try to go for a world conquest. I don't know if that's too likely, but I don't know. Me and Jack did that 2-tag on here, where we played as Turkey and Romania, and we pretty much 2-tagged it. We could have easily, and as Romania's even a little weaker than Poland, so starting off. So I think they have a little bit less manpower, possibly. I'm not sure about that, but I think maybe we could try to go for a world conquest if we're going to be around until 46 anyways. We'll see. We'll see. Regardless, let's start going. I'm sorry, I like to plan things out. People on my YouTube comments have recently been, I've gotten 1 or 2 complaints, and this isn't even bad. I'm not even like saying I disagree. People have been saying, you know, you take too long to get going. You take too long to start off in the beginning. It's just because I'm min-maxy and I like to think about every possible move and get feedback from people and then make decisions deliberately, you know. Welcome Kennedy Clemmer to the chat. Hello, Poland is strong, but I am stronger. I mean, I'd probably believe that, honestly. We're going to go ahead and do this. I think we're just going to go straight for Polish revanchism. I think that's like... The only other thing I could think of is waiting a little bit to do... Oh, that looks cool. It's just land doctrine. Alright, so that's just the normal military tree. Tree! Yes! The tree. That actually seems decent, but I don't think we're going to be able to reach that in time for it to really mean a lot. We have 2 research slots that we can get, which is really good. Develop Upper Silesia. Man, I've never played as Poland, like I said, so go easy on me for not knowing all this stuff, but it seems like we have a pretty good tree. It said, I know I looked at like a guide, not really a guide, but just some tips on it. I think it was saying that you want to go for the research slot, but I think first we want to go for Polish revanchism, and then we can do this rest of this tree, but I don't think we really care about that now. But I don't know. First, we should definitely do this. That's always a good start to get the political power. Going fascist? No, we Kennedy Clemmer. We are actually going to be going for the bearer of artillery achievement. And to do this, you actually cannot. You have to be non-aligned to do that. And as far as I know, there's no way to become non-aligned once you become a. You know, once you become aligned, I don't think there's a way to unalign yourself. Because you can switch to the other alignments easily, but I don't think you can actually, like, switch to being non-aligned again. I suppose we'll build in these places that don't have, you know, that aren't right on the border. It seems like at least a half-decent idea, you know, if I do say so myself. We'll just do some convoys, because we might need those. And I don't really think we're going to worry about Navy until later, if we ever do. And free research, yes. Okay, so you almost always want to go with this. Like, I think that's just like a must. And it's a Mustafar from the Star Wars universe. Episode 3, you must go to the Mustafar system. Alright, no. I think we want to do construction 1 as well. Although I don't know if that's even necessary. First of all, we can't do that. We could do this. But we're not going to war right away. We're definitely going to want to do field hospital. Yeah, no problem, Kennedy Clemmer. Don't feel bad about not knowing that or anything. You have an idea? What is your idea? I kind of want to do this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this just so we can actually get some tanks producing. And then with the third one, we'll go ahead and do the electronics. So we're not going to get to the construction right off the bat. I think that's okay. I don't know if there's a way that's necessarily the most above par way to do it, so hopefully this is decent enough. And if you know more about this game than me, which is honestly maybe kind of likely, then you can tell me and I will listen. But no template. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens are really pretty, like really pretty. Why are I would agree. Except more the Vanessa Hudgens thing. I don't think Selena Gomez is that attractive. I know that's heresy, but No, but like this seems kind of random. Like, I mean, yeah, they're attractive, but like, why them two specifically all together? Did you see like a lesbian porn video of them or something? If so, you know, hit me up with it. I'm just teasing. Do not do that. If I see a porn link in my chat, I'm gonna purge it, no matter who you are. And YouTube is probably saying, "What the fudge?" right now. Yeah, I don't know if we want to trade away all our civilian factories, but I don't know if we have a choice. Make a tank division that is a combination of light tanks and heavy tanks. The thing is, I think heavy tanks, in Hearts of Iron 3 at least, it was the case that, we'll go ahead and start, by the way. In the case of Hearts of Iron 3, heavy tanks were not really worth your money for what you got out of them. But in this game, I haven't really used heavy tanks a lot, but I kind of rely on medium tanks much more. I use light tanks occasionally, medium tanks all the time, heavy tanks only rarely. At least where I am now in my kind of development of my mental health. I don't know. So that's just kind of the way I look at it. But also the other thing, Kennedy Clemmer, that might be a good idea. I've never tried doing that. I usually only use combination things when we. I know there's like we have a start with a pretty good general, don't we? Don't we start with a fairly good? It's like own combat width is decent, max planning, max entrenchment. That's the one we're probably gonna use. But and we have some decent generals, honestly. But we should use a field marshal, I guess. Max planning, sure. You know what? You'll be fine. We've seen Vanessa Hudgens nudes. Oh, great. Don't post them, Oscar. You know, I know you want to, but you don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, we need infantry equipment. We're not getting any rubber for the planes. I think we're just gonna cancel planes? Because they're not gonna do that much right now. Like, come on, you know, you agree with me. Deep down inside, you agree with me. Either way, yeah, we're gonna go and start going here. So the Reaper's Due came out today. If you're into CK2, you're probably all over that. It looks pretty good, but I haven't bought it yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to because I don't have any money right now because school's starting and I had to buy textbooks and food and you know stuff that's necessary for survival. I'm working tomorrow though. Gotta earn that sweet kashish. Anyway, so but yeah, earlier I was gonna say since we have time and we might want to do a one tag, we might just not start the faction, the Polish faction, and instead just like eat these guys or you know eat them when the Soviets eat them, because that might be a little bit easier, or you know that would be more along the lines of doing a one tag. But I don't know if we could. Well, I don't know though. I don't know if we could do that necessarily. Blitzkrieg against the Germans. You know what? That's actually a very interesting idea that I'd never thought about. And actually, it sounds ridiculous, but I think that might. The more I think about it, the more that actually seems like a viable response. I was gonna plan on doing Romania as my first conquest, but that sounds like that does, like, as crazy as it sounds, that does sound like it could work. The thing is, the problem is that their unity is so high. Make a faction with Romania and Yugoslavia and Greece. I guess the thing is, we could do a one tag in the long run because we could do a we could get the achievement while we're not aligned, and then and use the faction to our advantage there, and then switch to a different ideology so that we can kick people out of the faction. Because I believe you can do that right, like that, right? Yeah. So if we switched ideologies, we could kick them out of the faction, disband the faction, and then eat them after we're done. Make a faction with Romania, Yugoslavia, and Greece. Yeah, German divisions are stronger than yours, better equipped, and also more support divisions. Okay. Yeah, that's true, but I'm wondering if we could just outnumber them. I don't know. It'd probably be better to take the defensive. I don't remember what the German tree looks like. We're not doing anything, so might as well look. Look and see. Take a look-see. Like, This is not the right... Yeah, no, this is right. Okay, so Danziger War is going to fire, right? And that's going to put them at war with me. So, yeah, that's going to put them at war with me. But then there's, like... Am I guaranteed to start? No. Here's what I'm thinking. If you get if you're a player, you can be guaranteed, right? So if the UK and the French guarantee me, they will get called into a war against the Germans, even if I'm not in their faction, correct? Yeah, that's true. I guess they probably would outproduce me in equipment. I guess what I'll probably do is I'd rather go for Romania. I think either like Romania or Czechoslovakia could even work too. But we should start figuring it out now. Let's see. Let's see who would be more valuable. So about 20 factories, 7 military. They have more factories. The Romanians do. So Romanians could be a little bit more valuable. The fact that we can also, you know, justify wars so much earlier also is super good for the fact that we're going to be able to get some wars off before everyone starts getting guaranteed. So if we start justifying against you guys, let's just like plan out a method of attack. So this is like mountains. We don't want to go that way. Plains. This is plains and forests, which is not too bad. So let's see that we go... We would have a... I think we want to split it into 2 groups. Let's start planning now. You know, there's no reason not to. Unless you drop paratroopers on every major city. You know, that's a plan that could work, except for the fact that because they have 90% unity, I'm pretty sure we would have to take like every single victory point, which is just not feasible to get that many paratroopers, and also because of the fact that they would have air supremacy. So I don't think that's a good idea, Kennedy Clemmer, to go all in on that, because of the fact that they're going to have so many more airplanes than me. They already do, and it's impossible to outproduce them in planes, and also still have an army that's good enough to face them. So I don't think, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's a really viable option, although it is something to think about. So let's take our most elite unit. No. Let's start by taking the ones that are not elite. Take all the units, all the infantry units that are rank 2, and we're gonna put them in a separate army. And they're gonna be, well, no, and then take the, yeah, basically what I'm doing is I'm culling it down to the point where it's gonna be 24 left, so we need to select 6 more. Let's go and do that. One more, and we're gonna put those guys there. Now we have 24 because I want to put a general in charge, because generals tend to be a little bit better. Oh, reconnaissance, that would be good. So let's go ahead and put him in charge there. And on this guy, we're gonna go ahead and put, I think we'll go ahead and put this guy. Naval invade Japan while they are attacking China. Again, I don't think that's an option either, because their navy is so much stronger. We would not be able to get troops there. Definitely not. Sometimes you're able to sneak them by, but in that case, I'm pretty sure almost 100% you're not going to be able to do that. So I don't think that's necessarily the best idea either. So we're going to have this line. Did not mean to do that, really. We're going to have this whole line be just you, whereas you guys are going to be aggressive. You guys are going to be balanced. You're not going to be doing any offensive. Excuse me. Obviously, we're going to be training more troops as well, but for now. So what we want to do with you guys, I think, is we're going to curl around these mountains. And, yeah. So people were telling me in the comments, and I already knew this, but I wasn't using it, but people were telling me, they're like, hey, you know, you can do different plans, do multiple plans in a row. And I was like, yeah, but I just never do that. Well then just you're effed. I am sorry, you truly are effed. Well, someone hasn't seen me destroy the U.S. as Mexico in 1937. But okay, I did do that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and go down to here, maybe, and then, like, across to here. use that river kind of as some cover, and then we plan the final push, which would be like to there. Something like that. You know, a 3-stage plan, except it doesn't look like it's working. Can you only do 2 plans at a time or something? I don't know, but whatever. We'll just keep it down to that, I guess. This is not going to happen anytime soon. There's no need to worry about it yet. Okay, so we got the 4-year plan. It's a knockoff of the 5-year plan, you know. But no, I'm just teasing. Okay. So we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do this Polish militarism. We get a bunch more recruitable population, which is very, very important. We're gonna need that with how little manpower we have. And effective partisans, whatever. And the military experience is actually fairly significant, I do think. We get a couple modifications in early on. Again, I think we just want to go for this, like, right away. And after that, we can work on our industry. This is only going to take, you know, half of a year to do this. A little over half a year, but that's fine. Because then we can start eating Romania. How many troops do you have? We have 40 troops total. You have 40 max, so that's pretty good. Ooh, we should definitely try to do this ASAP, which but we can't. Mass firepower? What do you mean? Are you saying for the focus? Is there a focus? Screw the Germans. No, we got this, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Again, we don't want to do any of that stuff. This one is decent, but I don't think that's what we want to do right now. I think right now we either want to do like a theorist. That one could be good, but not yet. Excuse me, not yet. I think we actually want to get a chief of army. We're going to want to do this dude, I think. I'm pretty sure we're going to want a division attack guy. Like, defense is really good, especially as Poland, but attack is where you take most of your losses. You know, you lose more on the offense, and if we can get the offense over with, we'll have more time to build up. I think it's just, it sounds very, you know, anti-logical, but I think we're going to go with this. Is there any military acumen? Ooh, now that's really good, actually. We're going to have, like, both of these guys, and then maybe the cavalry expert. You know what? Because that's motorized, too, that's actually really good. But we're going to go ahead, I think maybe we go this first, because we have so much infantry. And eventually we'll go for the war economy and the recruitable population, since I'm not going to take that yet. You know what? I could have actually maybe afforded to go for some research modifiers. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll do the next one on that. Tell you what. We also need to make sure that we save some political power. But yeah, so basically my idea here is that we're going to push with one army. The other one is going to just fill in the gaps and be a defensive army. So they're going to go like, so let's count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so even at the max, 16 should be more than enough to hold the line with at least one each. Plus the other ones are going to be included, you know. They're just not included right now. Okay, we're working on making up for our deficiencies in these areas. Do you go for the synthetic plants? I normally don't. Normally what I try to do is conquer like the Netherlands early on. In this case, it could be good, but we already have enough oil. We aren't, obviously, once we start doing more, but we're also going to be taking this 70 oil from Romania, and that's a huge, it's not a huge amount, but it's like, it's pretty good, you know? That's like, not nearly as much as there is like down here. Well, actually, I don't know. It is more than there is in the Netherlands. Yeah, exactly. I think Romania is going to be more than enough. Just invade USSR when they have their officers purged. I don't know if I really want to mess with the USSR like that, Ghost Rider, but it is I don't know, perhaps a viable strat. I've never really figured it out, but I know that if you, it's not viable right now, obviously, but I mean, if we had to, like, you know, if we're going to be doing this, I do believe the Russians will attack you if they don't partition you with Germany, which I hope we don't have to be partitioned, because that means we've lost, but, you know, make reinforcements top priority. I always do that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm glad that we're going to have this tank in progress. We have these civilian factories building. I really wish I had more civilian factories to build more civilian factories. Russia will attack you? Yeah, okay, I figured that. I knew that, I think, but... we're making 1 artillery a day. I think that's good because we're ever going to need that for support artillery and whatnot. Germany will, even if you give them Danzig. Yeah. I heard supposedly, at least in the original version of the game, it might have been patched out, but I saw somewhere that there is supposedly a glitch where if you kill Czechoslovakia, then the Germans don't do any more national focuses for the whole game. So it's like basically a bug where you can make it so they never go to war with you and never do anything. So that was interesting, but I think they probably patched that out. So I'm not gonna count on that. Only 28 factories. Yeah. I could have sworn the Polish had more factories in real life. IRL. Fight me IRL, mate. Alright, sweet. We got electronic mechanical engineering. Probably just want to go this one, but like also there's other important things that we need to do, like get better fighters, but that's not super important. More important, I would say, would be tanks. We want to keep that going, and motorized I do want to get, and also this, but we're not going to war just yet. I think we're going to go ahead and do this.